Welcome to Book It Productions. I'm your host, Emily Familia, and today I'm joined with New York Public Library's Marketing and Communications Paige intern, Anastasia Swan. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So I would definitely love to learn a little bit more about your role at the New York Public Library and any of the information that you'd like to talk to us about today.
Yeah, I'm a New York Public Library Marketing Communications Paige. I started out as a regular library page, and then I interned to their Marketing and Communications Department program. I'm also a full-time student here at FIT, majoring in Advertising and Marketing Communications.
Yeah, so that's something that we have in common of both being FIT students. And as we both know, we do have a campus library here that is very resourceful. But however, is there any resources that at the New York Public Library that can be beneficial to any FIT student here or just any New York resident?
Yeah, the New York Public Library offers more than just books and DVDs. We also have fellowships, programs, and we also have programs such as the Culture Pass and Mango Learning. With the Culture Pass, we can access and visit dozens of museums here for free in New York City.
Wow, that sounds really amazing. And honestly, as the new year is coming and New Year's goals are being set, like you said, something about the language resources that the New York Public Library offers. I would love to hear a little bit more about that, as that could be really helpful for us setting new goals or even FIT students achieving that A.
Yeah, so I know FIT requires us to have at least 2 language courses, and I know some students like to travel abroad and study abroad during their winter and summer semesters. With the Mango Learning app, we get to access it for free, which usually costs around $120 per year. And they offer over 70 languages to choose from, so you definitely can use it for your classes. Like, I personally use it for my Japanese classes to pass it all. Yeah.
That's amazing that you can honestly just get that with a free library card. And as we've heard, the library card is more than just books. However, is there anything else that the New York Public Library free library card can offer us?
If we visit the newyorkpubliclibrary.org/research, we can find the various fellowships that the library offers, whether you're working on a thesis project or just a personal project that you want to achieve. And you can find like archives, and through our archive portal and digital collections, there's like dozens and millions to download for free. And I would also recommend visiting Treasures, which is our permanent exhibit at the Stephen A. Schwarzman building. And yeah.
Wow, so you did mention many different locations that the New York Public Library offers, and I'm wondering that now that final season is unfortunately upon us, is there any available resources or spaces that FIT students can use to, lock in this last semester and maybe just study in a more quiet space?
I would recommend visiting the Schwarzman building. It is my favorite. It has this beautiful, gorgeous Beaux-Arts architecture. It's very quiet, and you could just sit down with your laptop or with any like study materials that you like to use and lock in and get that A.
Yeah, that sounds really nice, because you'd really be surprised in New York City that you really can't find quiet spaces. But finally, do you mind telling our viewers a little bit more about the internships or the fellowships that the New York Public Library offers? And since you are an intern, you are the best person to ask. But how can we either find these resources or something that you think is really beneficial to being an intern at the New York Public Library?
If we visit the career page of the New York Public Library, we can find that the library page position is offered to students specifically, because it's like a flexible part-time job, so you could like manage it with your class schedule. After that, you apply to their LEAP program, which offers various positions. Like if you're interested in PR, public relations, you could apply to that, or marketing communications like I did. So there's a lot of options to choose from.
Wow. Well, you did speak about many beneficial resources, and thank you so much for joining us today. And if anyone watching is interested in any of the resources that we did speak about today, they will be located in the description down below. And I'm your host, Emily Familia, and thank you so much for joining Book It Productions.